Hello, good evening, and welcome to today's edition of BOI Impact. I am Hadiza, Olaosebikan. Tonight's program is in three folds. First, the promise. Second, the fulfillment. And the last part is the reward for hard work. Tonight, we shall be taking you through the progress report on the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the Bank of Industry and the Laurel School of Mines on gemstone training to trading, where the bank promised to organize training programs for Nigerians between the ages of 18 and 45 in order to drive capacity development for gemstone production in Nigeria, an area where the country has comparative advantage. The program is aimed at training and funding potential and existing entrepreneurs in the solid minerals value chain. The second part of the program is the actual training program on the gemstone training to trading that took place in Kaduna and Gombe states, while the last part will showcase the reward for the bank's continuous effort in transforming Nigeria's industrial sector through its financial and technical support to micro, small and medium enterprises across the country. The acting managing director of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Waheed Olagunju, was awarded with the Best Public Service Person of the Year at the recently concluded Leadership Awards in Abuja, which also had numerous winners in various categories. Why don't you sit back and relax as we bring you the bumper package, starting with the highlights of the bank's Memorandum of Understanding with Laurel School of Mines. Happy viewing.
Talking about Bank of Industry's commodity-based industrialization strategy, which emphasizes adding value to our vast natural resource endowments, the solid mineral sector can be described as the area with the lowest hanging fruits, because the gemstones are there in some parts of the country, in Oyo State, in Zamfara, in the northwest, the north central, right, all over the country. You can just pick up the stones, they are there. All you need to do is just add value to those stones, and your fortunes can be turned around within a very short period of time, for a shorter period of time than you will require in other sectors like agriculture or even petroleum. So we engaged, or we're about to engage, Laurel School of Mines. They'll be training 1,600 Nigerian youths in 8 locations across the country. 200 will be trained in each of the locations. And in each of those locations, there'll be 4 batches of 50 each in order to ensure that the teaching is effective. And each of the training sessions will last 3 days. And the course contents, the curricula of the training program will include picking the gemstones, adding value to the gemstones, and trading the gemstones. So it's coined training to trading.
The MD of Laurel School of Mines emphasized on the need to add value to our solid minerals with some practical display of our processed gemstones.
I have one particular one. I got it from Nigeria here, from Kaduna State. I went and cut and polished them. At the end of the day, I can't sell it anything, just one piece, nothing less than $90,000. It's a pigeon blood tourmaline. It's there.
Is it breakable?
Yes, sir.
So this is $90,000?
Yes.
Like this?
Yes, that's $2,000 per carat.
Per carat, wow.
You can see that this is a different color.
It's lighter color.
It's lighter.
So what is this called?
Pigeon blood.
What is that one called?
This is light pink. This is pink tourmaline.
Pink tourmaline,
This is
okay.
pigeon blood.
That was the genesis of what led to the nationwide gemstone training to trading program that kick-started in Kaduna and Gombe states respectively. At the 2 training centers, the participants were taken through the nitty-gritty of gemstone processing, trading, as well as entrepreneurship development. Here are highlights of the training program See you on the other side. Happy viewing. The nationwide gemstone training to trading program of the Bank of Industry and Laurel School of Mines was conceived sequel to the bank's MOU with the Laurel School of Mines. Unexpectedly, it has been generating a lot of interest amongst young Nigerians across the country. The program involves the training of 1,600 Nigerian youth in gemstone processing and trading in 8 locations across the country. The Kaduna Northwest Center attracted 795 applications, while over 600 applicants registered in the Northeast in Gombe. 200 successful applicants, each from Kaduna and Gombe, were taken through the process of becoming successful entrepreneurs in gemstone mining, processing, and trading. The Northwest Center in Kaduna experienced the first training, and it was declared open by the representative of the acting managing director of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Wahid Olagunju.
This initiative is indeed consistent with BOI's operational strategy that is anchored on the commodity-based industrialization strategy enunciated by the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa and the federal government's efforts at diversifying our national economy. BOI and its development partners are highly optimistic that extraction, processing, and trading in gemstones can aid the speedy recovery of our national economy as well as its rapid transformation and diversification. In addition to its foreign exchange generating prospects, it also has very high job and wealth creation potentials in view of the labor-intensive nature of the gemstone business. Given the growth of the jewelry market worldwide, the potential economic impact of gemstones mining and its multiplier effects are enormous. After the training program, participants with potentially viable and bankable business plans will be financed by BOI and also offered business support services. A product paper for financing entrepreneurs in various segments of the gemstones value chain has actually been developed by the bank to facilitate funding of proposals that meet the BOI's risk acceptance criteria. I look forward to the trainees utilizing the bountiful opportunity offered by this end-to-end capacity building program to acquire knowledge and skills that will enable them access funding to establish viable business for their benefits and the country at large. It is now indeed my honor to declare open this maiden gemstone training to trading program.
Mine is to first appreciate what the bank has done. On records, I think this is the first time that a bank, as part of what's supposed to be their corporate social responsibility, set aside a fund to train other Nigerians. So apart from those who directly interact with the bank, other Nigerians are given the opportunity to benefit from what the Bank of Industry is doing. On behalf of the players in the mining industry, I would like to express our appreciation to the bank for deeming it fit to open an opportunity for others to benefit from their good gesture.
This is the first time any bank in West Africa is doing this kind of a thing. So we think it's good to give Bank of Industry a round of applause. You see, this is my first time in Kaduna. I've never been to Kaduna before. I've been buying gemstones from Kaduna. I will stay back in Abuja. They will bring the gemstone from Kagoro, from all these areas. So when we're going to start this this project, they said we should start from Kaduna. Believe me sincerely, one thing I can tell you today is, if you listen very well, because we have a lot lined up for you. This has not been done in any part of Nigeria before. We are starting from here. So you guys are very lucky. But what I want to say to you is this. If you will listen very well and then ask questions, you will go a long way.
What is gemology or gemstone technology? What is it? It's a science that deals with natural and artificial gemstone materials. That gemstone technology or gemology is a subset of mineralogy. That mineralogy deals with the study of minerals, how they are formed, their composition, where you can find them, their properties, and their applications. For you to call any material a gemstone, it must satisfy these requirements. It must be rare. Then secondly, it must be beautiful, very attractive. Thirdly, the skill. I'm sure none of you can cut this into shape. So you need special skill before you can cut it into shape. So the skill that will employ in shaping it also contributes it to be called gemstone. Then it must be durable, very hard and tough. So they are very durable. You can leave them like that for the next 10,000 years. Nothing will happen to them.
At the Northeast Center of the program in Gombe, a representative of the bank's management team also flagged off the training program, and the training commenced.
This is the big picture. Success is an iceberg. This is success. This is what you see. What you see is here. You know, what you see. You remember yesterday, 90% was where? Down. Only 10%. People think success in gemstone trade is finding a gemstone gets you into the trade. No. People have the notion that once you get a set of gemstones, you are in the trade. That's an illusion. Another thing is this. People have the notion that once you have money, the business is good to go. No. Without a solid plan and course of action, it is like using teaspoon to build a castle. If you don't have solid plan and course of action, honestly, nothing will happen. No matter how excited you are, it will not happen. This is the ultimate. This is, hello? Please look up. This is the ultimate to become a miner of gemstones. But if you look at the start, the beginning, tourism and what? Trade fair. That is the lowest. You don't need to spend money to do this.
We not only support financially, we support by advisory services. And in most of your locations, we have all our offices. We have in Gombe, we have in Bauchi, we have in Kano, Kaduna. So most of the states, that the Northwest, same as the Northeast, BOI is there. All you need to do is meet our state officers there. If you have any questions, they will be glad to assist you.
After the 3-day training program, BOI Impact Crew spoke with some of the participants.
Came all the way from Taraba to attend this program. I have the interest of being an entrepreneur, not necessarily on gemstone, but having this opportunity given by the Bank of Industry, that prompted me to make myself available at the program. I have learned a lot. What I have learned today has opened my mind toward the business because I don't know much about it. I've just been hearing about it, but today I was exposed more on the business involved and the kind of lucrative profit that one can get from the business when one is involved in it. So what I will say today, I have learned a lot, seriously.
I was shocked to find out that here in Gombe, we have those things that I've never dreamed of. I've never even tried to understand them. But given the opportunity of this program, the way he explained it, and the opportunity, the career, the money in it, I think it's the easiest way and the fastest way. You don't need to mind them, you can just trade them. So it's the easiest way, it's easy money. From the training I've got so far today, I think I'll just change my career to gemstone mining.
I've learned a lot about the training, and before I don't consider gemstone business to be as lucrative as I've heard now. So I just consider it as a kind of job of those that kind of have nothing to do or whatsoever. So but now, as of now, so I want to participate in it full time. No, I'm not going to leave ICT. I was still moving between. So, but 90% of my time will be with gemstone now. And then maybe the 10, I'll leave it for ICT.
The class was so enjoyment. It's so nice when you look at it. I came, I don't know these precious stones. I don't know these stones before. But now I can identify precious stones and the one that are not precious. Well, it's good, and everything I understand in these precious stones, you can easily make money. You can do such things. You cannot sit down at home doing nothing. That's what I understand on these precious stones.
Once again, you're welcome back from those training programs. We hope to see you at other training centers that will be coming up. If you have not registered, please do so by visiting our website. On the last segment of the program, we'll be showing some of the recipients of the Leadership Awards for Excellence, where the bank's acting managing director, Mr. Wahid Olagunju, amongst other awardees, received the Best Public Service Person of the Year. Here are highlights of the award ceremony as captured by BOI Impact Crew. At the Leadership Awards ceremony in Abuja, the acting MD of BOI, Mr. Wahid Olagunju, was honored as a Public Service Person of the Year for steering the wheels of the Bank of Industry towards the development of MSMEs in the country.
May we re-invite the Honorable Minister for the Federal Capital Territory, person of Alhaji Musa Mohammed Musa to please step forward and represent the next Leadership Award, which is the Public Service Person of the Year 2016. Mr. Wahid Olagunju has received the Leadership Public Service Person of the Year 2016 for rapidly increasing the volume of loans to micro, small and medium enterprises and to young graduates on flexible security terms to support the economic diversification agenda of the Federal Republic. In an era when loans are difficult to access from the conventional banks, Mr. Wahid Olagunju is Leadership Public Service Person of the Year 2016. Congratulations, sir.
Other recipients were the Governor of Kebbi State, the Governor of Adamawa State, Akwa Ibom State Governor, and the Managing Director CEO of SunTrust Bank, Mohammed Jibrin, amongst others.
The next recipient, for having the tenacity to test the turbulent waters of banking during a recession, for opening a shop at a most unlikely time, demonstrating confidence and imagination when older competitors are reeling from the loss of cheap government funds, SunTrust Bank is the Leadership Bank of the Year 2016.
May I invite our next presenter? I actually wanted to leave him on his seat, but I'm compelled to be able to get him over here. I'm talking about none other than the former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. Please join me in welcoming His Excellency Dr. Bamanga Tukur.
On behalf of the leadership group, the Bank of the Year will be nice and appreciated. Leadership Governor of the Year 2016. I present to you the Leadership Award Person of the Year and I congratulate you and wish you every success. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Engineer David Babachir Lawal. Let's please welcome him with a resounding applause, please.
The next award category goes to, it belongs to the leadership category, Government Agency of Nigeria 2016. And this award goes to Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC.
Your leadership qualities and exemplary quality leadership styles have been recognized by the leadership newspapers and the Nigeria at large. I congratulate you, and on behalf of the leadership newspaper, I present this award to you. Congratulations.
On behalf of all the awardees, I want to thank leadership group for organizing this event and recognizing achievement in various fields of endeavor, from the youngest, some of us that are not so young. The recognition of Pfizer as the most outstanding YF candidate in 2016, no doubt points to leadership newspapers' foresight that in our today we have to prepare for our tomorrow. So I believe we have to take the challenge more seriously, and it cannot be better. So we thank you all for honoring our invitations, family members who are here, people from the different states who have turned up. On behalf of all the awardees, in particular my colleagues, I want to say a very big thank you and good night. Thank you.
As we always say at the Bank of Industry, the reward for hard work is more hard work. The bank will not relent on its oars to forge ahead in making sure that Nigeria becomes one of the largest economies in the world in no distant time. We hope you enjoyed every bit of today's program. In subsequent edition of the program, we will bring you the training from other centers. If you need any clearance or inquiries, do not hesitate to walk into any of our offices nearest to you or simply log onto our website www.boi.ng. It's on this note that will conclude this week's edition of the program. It's good evening and have yourself an enterprising week. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. Bye for now.